My persuasive speech is about should the minimum wage be increased or not. Many people say yes and others say no. In my opinion, I would agree with the increased minimum wage. Wouldn't it be nice to take at least $2 extra? For example, if you live in California, you would get paid 13 an hour, and if the minimum wage is increased, it would be 15, which is not bad at all. In the 1900s, a law named the Fair Labor Standard Act was passed by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The law was given so workers would get paid 25 cents or 50 cents an hour, which is much lower than the minimum wage today. This relates to my audience because baby boomers went through this labor, and I know they worked hard to make money to provide for themselves and their families. People today can't compare minimum wage to what it was many years ago because that's 25 cents and today it's 13 an hour. I am credible to talk about my topic, which is should the federal minimum wage be increased, because it's a topic that has been spoken of over the years. Until this day, nothing has happened to to increase the minimum wage. Minimum wage is the lowest or minimum wage for workers by their employees. It would impact people because it's an opportunity to make a little more money than what they did. It will be beneficial to them because they can pay rent, bills, payments, and personal stuff. People some people say that raising the minimum wage is unnecessary, but it can be beneficial for those working in specific jobs with low pay. One of my preview of my main points, Roosevelt passed the law, the Fair Labor Act in 1900s. In the 1900s, people get paid 25 cents an hour. A minimum wage of 15 would be a bit more beneficial. Every state has a different minimum wage, such as Florida, Massachusetts, California, and more. The highest minimum wage is $13.75 and 14. Well, we all wish we wanted to change the minimum wage to 15 and up. Florida, California, Connecticut, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and New York all pledged to pay workers a minimum wage of $15 in the incoming years. A minimum wage of every state is meager, such as Iowa $7.25, Florida $8.56, Washington $13.50, and California $13. Every state has a different minimum wage. Some states have a lower federal minimum wage, others have no law, and most have a national minimum wage. Washington is the number one highest minimum wage in the U.S., including paying income taxes. Raising the minimum wage would help people in their lives because they are getting paid from $7.25 to $11.50 an hour, and that is about $15,000 to $18,000 a year. That is way below salary. When you make that, they even take taxes from you, so that's much more lower. To move forward, the minimum wage can benefit you because your wage is raised, but then you know that a machine can take your spot because you want to get paid more. Main point 2. Other states have opposed efforts to raise the minimum wage, fearing that implementing it could result in widespread job losses. Jobs worldwide where people get paid 13 an hour are not fired due to getting raises and not asking for it. Many businesses/companies take advantage of those because people's wages can be increased. It will remain the same. Take advantage because they will increase the salary, and they are also greedy. If you don't get the raise, you will quit, or you will get fired because there are big businesses and other tons that get fired and they don't want to lose money. My other point about this quote is that companies such as Best Buy, Target, Walmart, Amazon, and other markets buy machines to take over people's job. This got my attention because I realized that other reason they buy machines is to take away jobs from employees so they won't have to raise to 15 an hour. Whenever you go to a store, you will see machines that say self-checkout, meaning they removed cashiers. With simple machines, they would take jobs because they won't be paying their salaries. Last but not least, when you aren't treated the same because you are a female or Hispanic, female and race, Hispanic, African, Arabic, Chinese, you are seen differently from other people's point of view. In the article, it quotes, "There are big race and gender implications of raising the Minimum wage. Sherhalls told Market Watch it will reduce the racial wage gap because more people of color will get raises if we raise the minimum wage. The quote implies that gender is nothing. Everyone will be getting paid the minimum wage, which is 15 if it's increased. It's about gender because there are jobs that females would get paid less than males. It would be great news to show respect to females knowing they will get paid the same as males. And then race is also another factor for the company. If a company such it pays a Hispanic, African American, Chinese American were paid different an hour, like an African American getting paid 7 an hour or a Hispanic getting paid 7 an hour, the rest are getting paid 15. That would be seen as race profiling. You aren't being treated equally. Overall, the minimum wage should be increased for low income people. I make $13 an hour working at Hollister. It is a conflict because it's not enough for people who make that much when they need it to help their families. My conclusion is raising the federal minimum wage is a must. It will be beneficial for everyone from a small company to a big company. This will help them economically paying for personal expenses. The Fair Labor Act was passed in the 1900s by Roosevelt in the 1900s, and then getting paid 25 cents an hour, which is not good, and then minimum wage of 15 will be a bit more beneficial. Raising minimum wage has been discussed since 2006. People would not wait another 14 years to raise minimum wage at all.